Listen very closely to what I'm about to tell you. Everyone who thought the mid-October rally of silver hitting all-time highs of $54.42 is long gone, that we're gonna see 40s and possibly 30s now, they were so extremely wrong. Because today, November 13th, Thursday, silver hit $54.33, only a few pennies away from its all-time high. And that goes back to my last video when I said people throwing out these forecasts and predictions do not take seriously, because unless they have a crystal ball or they are psychic, they have no idea. A wrench will get thrown in. A wrench did get thrown in. So many different unknown variables that are happening around the world, geopolitically, economically, fundamentally, industrially, so many different things that push and pull silver's price to certain degrees and certain percentages. There's just too much happening to try to pretend like we know what's going to happen, especially given the manipulation and price rigging behind the scenes. I just wanted to say that because so many people try to throw out forecasts and say what they think silver's price is about to do, but nobody knows, including myself. The only time I'll throw out a forecast is when I'm talking about years ahead. Like back in 2019, 2020, when people would ask me when I think silver would explode or skyrocket, I said by the year 2025 to 2026. I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to say I told you so, not even saying that this is really the explosion I was talking about, more like triple digits, but all I'm saying is I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you in a couple months from now what silver is going to be, because I have no idea. The whole point is just buying it and holding it, whether it's $45, whether it's $49, whether it's $59, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to hold it. Simple as that. Have you ever thought about what price you'll throw in the towel and say that's too pricey for silver? Have you ever thought about that? Like, what price will silver hit when you're done buying? Say, I'm not willing to pay that price anymore. And on the opposite, have you ever thought about what price you'll be willing to sell it? To let it go? Is it $100? Is it $200? You should think about this stuff. What price is too high for you to pay, and what price is high enough for you to sell? Ever thought about that? Anyways, though, I just wanted to say that in the beginning of the video. I love everyone. Everyone has a right to their own opinions. Just, I'm telling the audience, the silver stackers out there, nobody knows what's going to happen. Right? We could have a hunch, we could have a theory. It's not even really an educated guess. An educated guess would be if we knew the unknown variables, but an unknown variable is unknown because we have no idea what's going to happen. There are certain things that we know will be happening, like certain things set in place, but there's so much more that happens, in between then, especially nowadays on a day-to-day basis. Like every single thing, silver is now added to the critical minerals list. I mean, there's so many big things happening that affects the price. Most of them are looking like it would be more bullish for silver, and that is investors tweaking the odds in our favor. Gamblers throw money at the wall and hope it sticks with the odds against them. Investors take the information handed to us and tweak the odds in our favor because we could see what most likely is going to affect the price on a bullish term or bearish term, regardless. The whole point is that at the end of the day, just buy silver and don't sell it. As I see so many people that gave up on silver, dismissed it, said that rally was, long gone. And look what happened that fast. I mean, my last video, I was mentioning this, that people shouldn't give up. That was a video I posted yesterday. And look what happened in the last 24 hours since I mentioned that. Silver almost hit all-time highs. And that was just 24 hours. Think about in 24 days, in 24 months from now, how much is going to happen to the price. So any type of forecast you think, just remember that not even a day ago, I was sitting here telling people don't give up on silver, and literally less than a day, it already hit all-time highs again. Put that into perspective. Anyways, let's talk silver. All right, folks, welcome back, and thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. My name is Silver Slayer, and if you want the latest information of what's happening across the globe and how that affects the price of silver, click subscribe and click the bell. If you click the bell, click all so you get notified every time I post, which is usually noon and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sometimes I'm a little late or a little early, but just usually around that time. Also, go enter my silver giveaway. The entry video is live. I will link the entry video in the pinned comment or the description. And like always, may the luckiest stacker win. So let's check out this article that came out today, November 13th. Silver surges 12% to record highs as gold takes a backseat. Experts see more gains. That's interesting. So it's looking like there's even more room to run. So silver hits a record high of 54.21 per ounce on the COMEX, surging 12% this week. Rally is fueled by U.S. Fed rate cut expectations and supply concerns, including India's seasonal demand. The gold to silver ratio drops below 79, confirming silver's outperformance with predictions of a further fall. So if the gold to silver ratio keeps dropping, then that is more bullish for silver than gold. When the gold to silver ratio is dropping, meaning the amount of ounces it takes to equal 1 ounce of gold, that means silver's outperforming gold. When the ratio is going higher, that means gold is outperforming silver. So silver's rise in the last few sessions have overshadowed gold, with prices hitting yet another record high on Thursday. Experts believe the correction in silver prices has ended and the current rally has more room to run. I agree. I think that this is just the beginning. I think that people will be wishing they could build a time machine and go back to November 13th, 2025 and pay these prices, pay $54. They will be wishing they could pay these types of prices. And that is someone from the future. So, and by the way, that's not me throwing out a price forecast or prediction. That's just me saying that silver's bullish. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be $59 in 3 weeks from now or $100 by February of 26. Not saying that. It could. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? Doesn't matter. So, silver's prices on the COMEX have risen more than $6 since last week, and we're trading at record highs of $54.21. $6 in the last week. That is insane. This week alone, silver prices have surged 12% so far, and more gains have been anticipated. So we'll see tomorrow as well. The metal was supported by growing expectations of Federal Reserve rate cuts following weak U.S. labor data last week. Additionally, the reopening of the U.S. government also raises hopes that the restart of economic data releases would pave the way for more interest rate cuts by the Fed. Commodities such as gold and silver tend to benefit when interest rates are lower, as they are unyielding assets unlike treasury bills. Quote, supply concerns also fueled the rally, driven by strong seasonal demand from India's wedding season and possible U.S. tariffs on silver imports. I made a video about that yesterday. The tariffs with silver imports is going to be massive. It's going to be massive, folks. Additional, and by the way, even more massive is that they officially added silver to the U.S. critical minerals list. That is huge. So additionally, the U.S. Department of the Interior's decision to classify silver as they mention it right here, as a critical mineral raised speculation about future trade restrictions, further tightening the market outlook. Gold to silver ratio. So gold futures climbed more than $200 in the last 4 trading sessions and reclaimed the psychological level of $4,000 an ounce. While gold's move is noteworthy on its own, it is dwarfed by the spectacular performance of silver. People always said that like silver is the poor man's gold, silver is gold's little cousin, but I still think that silver, and we've seen proof of this, I think that silver is going to take on a life of its own regardless of what gold's doing, regardless of stock market volatility, regardless of of the dollar index. Silver is going to do what it does because it's used for specifically things that no other metal is used for. So the pattern in question is known as the 3 white soldiers, a bullish reversal formation consisting of 3 consecutive long-bodied candlesticks with minimal shadows. However, the most compelling development may be observed in the gold to silver ratio, which is a measure of how many troy ounces of silver need to buy 1 ounce of gold. Gold to silver ratio, and that is a great tool to use to kind of, determine which metal is more bullish than the other. So the market has issued a powerful and clear rebuke in the bearish consensus. Furthermore, contrary to the conventional belief that a government shutdown resolution would hurt safe haven assets, the market has overlooked this near-term distraction to focus instead of a deeper structural bullish catalyst. Finally, the dramatic outperformance now visible in silver confirms Kitco's analysis, which identified as potential strength independent on the crowd's view that it would merely follow gold, right? Silver's taking on a life of its own. Silver has shown positive upward momentum since reaching the neutral level of move that followed a period of being significantly overbought last month. But, I mean, of course it was. We saw that rally was massive. Way too fast. But as with gold, some traders seem suspicious of the current rally and feel that silver may further fall. And that's what I was talking about from the introduction of my video. It's also worth considering, however, that gold and silver are not inextricably linked. Both are capable of doing their own thing. As we seen back in 2011, hit record highs with a 6-month gap. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point as well. They hit a lot of the points that I was mentioning. You know, like, a lot of people thought the silver rally was over. A lot of people thought that silver's just going to do whatever gold does. It's just pegged to gold, even though, you know, they're used for two completely different things. A lot of people just, you know, are investing with their heart, not their head. So yeah, we also have this article, silver prediction. Silver nears 54. It already broke past that. Bulls target 58 next. So $58 is the next target that they're looking at, which would be, you know, several dollars above all-time highs. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. I still have another video to make, a very important one. So stay tuned, folks. Make sure you enter my giveaway. I want everyone to be able to enter. Make sure you enter correctly. If you do, go follow the directions, follow the rules specifically, because I saw some people didn't. Also, if you want to purchase some of this shiny stuff, send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. We have great prices, gold, silver, and platinum specials every single Monday. So send an email, ask what the price sheet is. Highlighted in green at the top are the specials of the week. The rest is all of our product and the pricing. Several different ways to pay. Very legitimate company. Your stuff is legit. It's fair priced. It's real. You're not going to get scammed. You're not going to get taken advantage of. And we have a lot of stuff in stock that a lot of other companies don't. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.